Welcome back to Apple Tree Allotment. Down here on Sunday lunchtime, just after lunch. It's quite a nice sunny warm day today. It's been pretty dry all week and quite warm, so the allotment has gone quite bonkers. Everything's grown a lot since last week, so good progress this week. Quite a lot of jobs to do today. I've got there's quite a bit of weeding to do over on plot 1. I'm thinning out some of these carrots and leeks. Need to tie up these peas a little bit, I think. Some of them are climbing nicely, but some of them need a bit of help. Chard has gone mad, bolted up massively actually this week, so I'm going to cut that right back and see if it will grow back a little bit more. Happened the same at home, so I've cut that back and brought down the stems to go in the compost. I brought down some grass clippings as well. I've just mowed the lawn at home, so I brought them down to put down some of the potatoes. We've got I also brought down some sweet corn. I've got about, I think, almost 40 plants at home of various stages. Most of them look like these. So I brought down 9 plants. I thought I'd do sort of a tray a week, give them a chance, see how they get on. Yeah, cause they can go out all through June, so I do one a week and see how they get on out. So yeah, they'll go across the back. I'll perhaps start over on the left, do a block of 9 there, and then fill in the rest as we go. I also brought down a blue pumpkin. So this is the best one we've had grown from seed at home. So I'll put that amongst these sweet corn. And I brought down a green patty pan squash. It's not an amazing plant, but it should do okay, I think. I've got more growing at home that I planted a week ago that are showing up above the soil. So they'll be ready in a couple of weeks, I guess, to go out. But I thought I'd bring that one down and get that started. That'll go over, this area here. The round squash I planted out last week, 2 of them are doing okay. One in the middle looks like it's been eaten. And there's quite a few weeds in these beds coming through, so I'm gonna have to weed those out. And the courgette bed, there's a few weeds in there as well, a few strawberry plants coming up. So I'll weed those. It's not too bad, that bed actually, but the plants themselves are doing okay, growing quite a bit. I planted 2 at home as well, and they're doing okay, so we should do okay for courgettes. The yellow beans, dwarf beans, I sowed I think 2 weeks ago, have started coming up, although a few of them have been nibbled, I think. Got a few bigger ones over here, so hopefully they'll start coming up, and I can always re-sow a few more if I need to. One sad thing, don't know what's been over here, rabbit or something, but pretty much all of the onions have gone. Yeah, I can only see a couple left, which is really sad. Definitely need to cover them in future. Gonna have to make some boxes of some sort to protect them and the garlic. But the garlic seems to be faring okay because it's a bit bigger, I think. Yeah, so I'm going to cover the potatoes with the grass. I think I might do this box here. It's got quite a lot of soil showing still. To do that, I'll cut back the chard, and yeah, we'll get on with planting the first sweet corn of the year. I've put our grass clippings around the potatoes. I managed to get 2 beds out of that box, so that's good. I'm slowly covering them all. I've done 3 of these smaller ones and the 2 big ones. I've done the big ones a couple of times, I think, but I've still got those ones to do. I might run a mower around the plot, just the 2 paths either side, before I go. See if I can get some more. But yeah, it's a bit of progress, a bit better. I attempt to cut back all this chard next. I'm just going to cut it down quite near the bottom, leave a few leaves, and hopefully they'll keep growing. We can get a bit more out of it. Got all that chard cut back. There was a lot come out of there, but I've left quite a few of the sort of bottom leaves that we can use another day. Had a little bit of a weed of these 2 beds. Just pulled out of those. I think that's bindweed, that sort of long weed I pulled out. So I'm going to plant, next up I'm going to plant this patty pan. Just going to get one in here and I'll give it a really good water before I leave. It's quite dry today, so I think that's probably why the one of the round squash didn't do so well. So yeah, I'll get that in. I've had a bit of a weed along the back here. It's actually not too bad. Most of it's strawberries popping through, so they'll get covered up by the pumpkin vines and things anyway at some point. So I've got my sweet corn. I've got 9 sweet corn plants on my blue pumpkin. So I'm just going to do a grid, probably, I don't know if I do 4 in a row, 3 or 4 in a row, in a little block here, and then I've got another 2 trays to go out over the rest of it in the next week or 2. So yep, so I'm just going to space them out. They need to be about 40 centimetres apart in each direction, so I'll try and do that, and yeah, get them in a nice block and they can get growing. I'll see how they get on. I'll probably get another tray out next week, I reckon. So there's how I'm going to lay them out. Got two sort of rows of 4 and another one just at the back here, and I'll fill in that row next week. And I've just put the pumpkin in the middle of them there. Hopefully that'll trail around them, and I'll put some more along the middle of the bed and let them spread out. I've got everything planted and watered now. I've watered the whole plot and had a little walk around, weeding little bits and pieces here and there. So I'm pleased we've got first sweet corn in the ground. Hopefully they'll be all right next couple of weeks, and I'll slowly get the rest of them in. There's about another 25, nearly 30 to go in, so hopefully that's going to fill up this 3 sisters bed. At least if there's another 1, 2, 4, yeah, at least it'll come up to sort of here somewhere. And we'll get some more, try and get some more squash, either winter squash, butternut squash, or pumpkins in there. We've got a few different types growing at home, but been a bit slow to germinate this year. I don't know if it's because it's cold. Don't seem to have done as well this year on the windowsills, but I'll keep going. I'll keep sowing some more and see how we get on. Got some more. Got a couple of spare courgettes at home. I think I've got 3 more plants if these don't do too well, but I think they're going to do okay. They still look like they've grown a little bit since they were planted, so hopefully they'll be all right. And these ones back here, so I'm hoping we've got all these different squash that'll keep us going throughout the year, with between the freezer eating them fresh up to sort of October, November, and then the rest will be put in the freezer, anything spare, and we can eat them through the winter back into next summer. I might just nip off some of these pea shoots, take them home for a salad tonight. These ones this is the kids' bed that they've sown mainly with monge-two and garden peas. I think they've got some carrots in there. I need to get them to sow some more. I'll bring them down maybe this week, sow some more things in the back of that so it's being used. But yeah, I think we do like having the pea shoots in with our meals, so I'll take some of them home. The raspberries are doing well. Putting on loads of growth. Won't be far off. Another, I don't know, another sort of half a metre and they'll be fully grown, I think. And, yeah, I think the fruit wasn't until, they're autumn raspberries, so the fruit wasn't until quite a bit later in the year, but they're looking good. The strawberries down here are doing well. Got some fruit on them. Hopefully another week we'll be able to start picking some fruit. The ones we've got at home in our front garden there's 2 or 3 that are almost ripe, so hopefully in the next couple of days they'll start to produce. And there's lots of green ones on them, so we should be have plenty of those for Jubilee kind of time. Hopefully there'll be lots of tea parties we can use our strawberries on. Yeah, over this side, garlic's doing really well. I was just having a look at some of them, and they're a good bulb size. They've still got another month or 2, I think, before you need to harvest them, before they start to sort of go yellow and go over. Yeah, I'm hopeful we'll get some good bulbs out of them. I was just having a good sort of think about what we could do with this space. I was just looking at in the soil, and all the onions had been sort of nibbled level with the soil, so something's had a feast there. So I mean, this bed was going to be rebuilt with wood, proper raised beds in the autumn anyway. I haven't got enough wood at the moment to do it, so I have to think of something I could just pop in there over the rest of the summer. Maybe some beans, or even some of the spare squash, just to use the space. I don't like seeing it empty. Might need to, I don't know, shore up the sides a little bit better, pile it up a bit more, pile the wood chips up around here a bit more so the soil doesn't fall off. I did notice by the gate there's a new pile of wood chips, so I might go and get some of that another day, barrow some of that down here. Yeah, the other side I showed you before, the potatoes, they're all doing really well. The carrots are doing well. There's a few I noticed at this end. The tops of some of these have been nibbled. Well, a local rabbit. But I don't think they can reach the middle, so the ones down here are doing okay. Hopefully they'll leave them alone enough if I leave this grid on and make sure it's right at the end. Hopefully they'll leave that alone for me long enough for me to get some carrots. Luckily they seem to be leaving the leeks alone. They seem to like onions, but not so much the leeks. So we've got lots of little ones growing away, and I think we need to probably harvest. I just noticed some of these are starting to go to flower. See the seed bulb there, so I think I need to harvest a couple of those before they go to flower. Hope you enjoyed having a look around the plot today. It's all starting to take off now, with a bit of sunshine, a bit of rain hopefully. Hopefully tomorrow is going to be some good rain, and it'll benefit from that. Hoping the next week or so these squash will start to take off, and yeah, we can look forward to those in a month or so's time. I hope you're all keeping well and getting out on your gardens and plots this week, and look forward to talking to you next week.